welcome to Secondhand Blasters. This is Normatico here, and tonight we're going to be reviewing something that is legendary. What do I mean by that? Well, it is one of the legendary weapons from the Fortnite series, the Fortnite Legendary TAC. Now, this is a pretty big blaster box that is really big. It's kind of hard for me to get it all over the screen at one time. Now, this blaster is a Mega Dart blaster, and it does come with 6 of the Fortnite Mega Darts. Now, this blaster, just to let you know, it does retail at approximately $50 at Target. I was actually able to score this at about $14 off of my favorite eBay seller, Bullseye Deals. Look them up on eBay. They have some fantastic prices when it comes to Nerf blasters. Now, you can get this one at Target when they have it on clearance. I believe when I was at Target recently, the clearance sale had it for as low as $13, but that was only for 1 week. It went back up to $50 again less than a weekend after I saw that sale. So, again, you are paying for the Epic Games tax when you're paying that $50, because if this was just a standard Mega Blaster, and I'll be honest with you, I believe they might have released something similar to this when they first created the Elite Mega Series, it was much less than $50. Now, of course, it is a cartoony blaster, so the kids are going to love it because all kids love Fortnite. Let's go ahead and open up this box and see what we have inside. Okay, so inside the box, of course, you get the blaster. It does come with this little quote-unquote tactical attachment and the instructions, as well as 6 of the yellow and black Mega Darts. Loading the darts into the actual drum itself, you can load 2 at a time. You just slide it right here with this little groove and push all the way in. So this is a rotating barrel pump action shotgun. Now that priming handle is pretty smooth. Holding this, I'm not gonna lie, this stock, it could be a little bit longer. You know, you do kind of have to chicken wing it, but of course, this is made for ages 8 and up, not necessarily for adults, because it is part of the Fortnite series. It is cartoonishly huge in your hands. It is fun to use. You do have a plastic iron sight here, but no tactical rails. They only include tactical rails on some of the Fortnite blasters. I believe that for a legendary tactical shotgun that is $50, yes, you should have included a tactical rail on this one, Hasbro. Kind of an epic fail on you. The trigger itself, it is kind of small. You know, an adult hand does fit comfortably on the grip, but your fingers here, it actually might have some issues going in here if you have a larger trigger finger. So you do get 6 shots with this one. We are going to hook it up on the Chrono, see how far it can go, or how fast it can go, I should say. And yeah, I don't expect too much because it is a Mega Dart, not compared to, say, like one of the Elite Darts. But we should be able to have fun with this one. You know, who doesn't have fun with a good shotgun? One thing I will say, $50, and I just need to say this right now to anybody listening, this is not worth $50. I'm going to tell you why more in detail during my final thoughts, because this right here is a failed opportunity. This is the tactical attachment. Much like the Boss Merg that had a little cool attachment out there on the side that just served no purpose other than decoration, this one, they could have done something with. This could have been a flashlight attachment very easily. In fact, if you are crafty enough, and I might actually try this one, you could probably drill out the back here and mount your own little small tactical flashlight, use that as a sleeve, put it in there, and just click on and off. That way, this illuminates, and it can act like an actual flashlight, like it is supposed to, Hasbro. If you are paying $50 for something, make it work. Just saying. Now, up next, we're going to go ahead and hook this up to the chronograph, and we're going to see just how fast these Mega Darts can fly out of the tactical shotgun. Go ahead and launch all 6 of these bad boys here and see how far we can go. Wow.
Okay, so we are down on the 30-foot hallway. Let's see how this one fires, how the grouping goes.
Well, as you can see from the results of the chrono, this is a consistent blaster. At no point in time did we go above or below 75 feet per second. Sure, there were the 75.7, 75.2s, but we always hit that 75 number, which puts it at the standard Elite Dart range for Elite 2.0 series. This is actually a really decent blaster when it comes to how many feet per second it gets. And also regarding the accuracy, you saw it when I did the hallway test. All of my shots were within approximately 6 inches of center from what I was aiming between the two little doors there. So you got maybe 1 foot of spread between all 6 darts. I'm not going to lie. For a tactical shotgun, that's really good. Especially since I was just holding it low and just priming and pumping and blasting away. So, yeah. I was impressed with the accuracy. Now, these are the Mega AccuStrike darts, which are much more accurate than standard Mega darts, so I'm sure that if I use regular Mega darts, it's not going to be the same thing. But, hey, for what it is, it works pretty well. Now, we need to get back to the price point. $50, again. Is it worth the $50? In spite of the accuracy, in spite of the 75 feet per second, as a parent, I can't justify that cost for what is essentially a blaster with no frills for the kids. They're going to look at this and be like, ugh, that's kind of cheap, you know? And are they going to use it? Yeah, I guess. You know, it is fun. I'm not going to lie. It is fun for me as an adult. I even had fun with this one. I'm sure that G-Rex would probably enjoy it as well for a whopping hour before he went back to something else. He has the Boss Merg that he likes to use every now and then for hallway battles, but he prefers the Rex Rampage whenever he can use it. So, again, what is the point of $50 for this blaster? It is not as cheap in your hands as it looks. This is actually a really good material. You know, the plastic's solid. The yellow shirt's a little bit goofy because that's what the Legendary is for the Fortnite series. But again, I can't justify $50. Not when you do this. This is a buzzkill for me. Even Mrs. Normatico agrees. The most that she would expect out of this is $30. She said it, to put it plain, she said it just perfectly. I'm not going to give Epic Games an extra $20. Yeah, that's about right. That's about what the Epic Games tax is for this blaster, is roughly $20. I can't verify that, obviously, because I'm not Hasbro and I'm not part of their decision-makings when it comes to price points. But, yeah, that seems to run target when it comes to other blasters that they've sold that are part of the Fortnite series when you compare them to what are essentially reskins of other blasters. For example, when you have the blaster, which is an elite version of the Mega Magnus, that they wanted to ask so much money for versus the Magnus, which is like a $20 blaster. Again, it's the Fortnite tax. You have the Fortnite AR, which is just really a Strife, but in a bigger shell, and they're asking $50 for that when you can get a Strife for $30. What are we doing here, Hasbro? It is the Epic Games tax, plain and simple. Now, when you get it on sale, absolutely it's worth it. because maybe not for the kids. Me as an adult, if I get into a battle with a bunch of kids that are playing with their Fortnite guns, this is the one that I'm going to take out because it's just fun. That prime, it's really smooth, and it's just enjoyable. That's the way I see it. Even when I was going through the chrono test and when I was shooting down the hallway, I had a smile on my face because just, being able to do that repeatedly and quickly and have those darts come out so smoothly, it was a joy to shoot. I know I sound like a little kid here. If this blaster can make me sound that excited, it's doing its job. So for the $14 that I paid for it, I'm very happy with this. I would not have been happy with this with $50. The size of the blaster itself, it does, feel pretty large in my arms. Of course, no larger than a regular shotgun. Maybe a little larger than a regular shotgun, but for a Nerf blaster shotgun, not much larger. But for a little kid, I don't know. I don't know how this would feel in their arms. G-Rex, he could hold it, but it would look really goofy in his hands. It is 8 and up. They like to put blasters at ages 8 and up, and that's fine. They really need to start making that spread a little bit more because it goes from 5 or 6 to 8 to 14. And quite honestly, this is closer to like a 10-year-old range, maybe an 11-year-old, because it might just be too big for them. Not that they can't comfortably prime it because that prime is pretty smooth, but just holding it, it does have a decent weight. It's not too heavy. It's just going to be an awkward large blaster for them to aim and to hold at ages 8. 10-year-olds, different story. Anything older than that, you're fine. The other big hit that it takes as to why it's not worth the $50, no tactical rail to speak of whatsoever. Not even on the bottom, nothing down here for a light. If you want to attach a light, again, you're going to have to actually drill this out, put a light in there, and just, press the button and start it on, and hopefully this piece of plastic doesn't diffuse the light enough. So that's a big bummer for me. That is why this is not worth $50 at all. Yeah, it's just not. As it stands, I know that this blaster would end up being a closet decoration after a while. And if I'm going to give this to my kid for Christmas, that's not what I want to pay $50 on to end up stuffed in a closet. I wanted them to have a blaster that this is going to be their favorite thing ever. For $50, I want G-Rex to go to sleep and just be like, oh, I love this so much. Kind of like what he did with the Rex Rampage when I first got him, the blaster. Again, $50, not worth it. As a parent, that's the way I see it. As a parent, for me, and this is actually going out to all the parents out there, you want to make sure your kids are happy, obviously. But we all know that throwing money at things is not the way to make the kid happy. Kids are entertained by the smallest things in the world. Let's just point that out there. So if you spend $50 on something and they're not going to enjoy it as much as you think they are, as a parent, I don't know about you, but for me, I kind of feel like, oh, all right. Geez, thanks. But if I spend $50 on them and it's like, oh my God, it's the best thing ever, Mom and Dad. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Then it's worth it. I don't think this one's going to bring that joy to a kid. So, but I may be wrong. Maybe your kid does love a blaster like this, and you'll get that that joy as a parent of shopping for them and having given them something that they really wanted. So, you also saw, again, the groupings. We saw the Chronos test. I did not take it actually to do a full range test, only because of the fact that it is late in the evening and we wouldn't be able to see where these darts went. So trust me, the way that it bounced up against the wall and it bounced back halfway down the hallway, this will hit that 70-foot mark at an angled shot. It'll probably hit about 50 feet with a straight shot, as long as you were holding it up properly and not like I was, that you were kind of like slung low and just pumping to the side. So, on behalf of Secondhand Blasters, I want to say thank you for watching. I want to remind you all that we are doing that free blaster giveaway once we hit 100 subs. You will see that video that launches that says, hey, it's time to get a free blaster. and you will be able to go ahead and do so. I have a Nerf Elite 2.0 Phoenix, an Elite 2.0 Turbine, the Mega Mastodon. That one's not new in box, but it is still new. And then I also have a X-Shot Crusher, as well as one of the newer rival blasters that is up for grabs. All you have to do is that once that video launches, you shoot me an email that is not only included in that video, but in every single video I make, and just say, hey, I want to get one of those free blasters. I'll put your name in a hat, and as long as your name pops up, I will be emailing you back and saying, send me your address, and it is yours free of charge. Till next time, thank you for watching. Keep on blasting.